Brother, I
How
just
have
don't
we got 40
understand. I
games
just
left
don't
already?
understand how it can be August, yeah, and you can be you could be out of a cup. Like, bro, only Tottenham could do that. Like, legit. Like, only last week
Keeley was right. Keeley
last
was
week
right.
you lot was celebrating, yeah, beating Man United, only to be 1 point clear of us, which is nothing, and out the cup.
Yep.
Henry, bruv. Bro, how are you out of a cup competition in August, fam? I think you're muted.
I was unmuted. Daniel Levy's got onto my laptop. Yeah, listen, we're finished, didn't we? Like, absolutely seething, bro. Like, how is our season over already in August?
It's crazy, isn't it?
Because let's be real, everyone, all these little tapped fans are going, "Oh, let's go and win the FA Cup." Yeah, and we ain't done that in 32 years. Like,
How man got nothing to play for yet, and the transfer window has not even closed, blood.
honestly, I'm going to be completely 100% honest. I have debated supporting another football club. This, like, my Saudi team is the only thing that's going all right. 4 wins out of 4, right? We're doing all right, but Tottenham, I'll be honest, bro. Like last night, let's dissect it. So, what normal manager makes 9 changes? Is the first strike.
Yeah,
You get
that's
5
not
strikes
normal.
as a manager for me, and
Yeah,
you're on strike 1, and we're not even at the end of August.
yeah.
Right? Pep doesn't make that many changes.
No, there's
4,
no need.
maybe 5. Right? We've played really well in our first 3 games, beating obviously you lot, which I think now it's just paper over the cracks. On another day, Rashford and Bruno scored them chances. Anyway, we beat you lot. We got a draw against Brentford. We beat Bournemouth. 7 points out of our first opening 9. Fantastic, right? Why make 9 changes? Richarlison as well. Everyone is he got a goal against Fulham in the cup. Congratulations. That doesn't explain the rest of your performance. You were awful. Davinson Sanchez, this guy is he's gonna be the end of me, I'll tell you now. He's this I've seen milk. Real talk, I have seen milk turn quicker than this guy. Like, bro, it's gonna be the end of me. 100% he's gonna be the end of me. Like, I'm loving Big Ange instead. 3 days later, we're out the cup. Right. What do we do now? Like, Jose, we got knocked out of the Europa League by Dynamo Zagreb. Conte, we got knocked out of the FA Cup by Middlesbrough. Poch, we got knocked out of the League Cup by Colchester United. Why are we always this team? And then our fans have got the audacity. I see some clown earlier calling TalkSport saying it's the best thing that could have happened to us. We ain't won a trophy in 16 years. What do you mean?
Why?
He goes, we can focus on the Champions League. Yeah, because we're better than City, Arsenal, Newcastle, Villa, Man United, Chelsea and Liverpool. We're better than all of those teams, are we?
As in focus on getting the Champions League spot.
I tell you now, we get in the Champions League, it will be due to the plague. Rants, how? It's the first time we've been in the second round in 15 years and we're out to Fulham. How disrespectful is it of Postecoglou? This is a team that just got a draw at the Emirates, right? How disrespectful is it to the trophy, right? How disrespectful is it to Fulham to make 9 changes? The only positive of last night is that Van der Ven is a very, very good centre back. The way he reads the game, but the rest of them, Chicken Royale, get rid. I don't care anymore, right? Who played left back? I can't even remember who played left back. Ben Davies, get rid. Davinson Sanchez. If he's going to Italy, I personally will pay for his flight. Forster in a penalty shootout. Who dives the wrong way to every single penalty?
David De Gea does.
And then it's Levy's wet dream. It's Levy's wet dream. We've only got 40 games left of the season.
Brother, I just don't understand. I just don't understand how it can be August, yeah, and you can be you could be out of a cup. Like, bro, only Tottenham could do that. Like, legit. Like, only last week you lot was Last week, you lot were celebrating, beating Man United, only to be 1 point clear of us, which is nothing, and out the cup.
Yep.
Nah, it's embarrassing. I'll be real.
And we're sitting here with 52 hours to go left of this, or 50, whatever, how many hours to go, right? Ndombele is still here. Tag is still here. Dyer is still here. Sessegnon, Sanchez, Lo Celso, Lloris, Højbjerg, Davis, Skip. And what we're doing, we're going to spend 50 million quid on Brennan Johnson because he's going to be our saviour. We're linked with Ansu Fati, right? Player, by the way, absolute player. But he earns £13 million a year.
But why would he go to Spurs anyway? Like, what?
Right. Does he know who we are? Like, you're at Barcelona, bro. You're at Barcelona. We're like the equivalent of Barnsley compared to them. Like, they've just won a league title. We ain't won a league title. England have won a World Cup more recently than we've won a title.
It's crazy.
It's just absolutely. And our fans, I absolutely hate our fans more than any fan base on the planet. Oh, who cares about the Mickey Mouse Cup? These are the same fans 3 months ago said, oh, who cares about the Mickey Mouse European Trophy? West Ham have done something bigger than we have in 30 years. And this is all down to Levy's changed the culture, mate. Oh, who cares about a Mickey Mouse Trophy? The club is honestly, it is borderline a disgrace. Someone's got to blow that stadium up, mate. I'm telling you.
What's the deal with Ansu Fati anyway?
Well, Romano put out a minute ago. He put out, literally within the last 20 minutes, contacts between Tottenham and Barca for Ansu Fati continue. Spurs working on Brennan Johnson deal 2, waiting on the final decision. Ansu Fati loan move. Brennan Johnson has to be permanent. Tottenham have to decide which one in the next 24 hours. Brennan Johnson at £50 million or Ansu Fati at 35 million. Like, you haven't got to be a brain surgeon. You haven't got to cure cancer to see out the two of them.
But isn't it a loan deal, though?
It's going to be a loan with an option to buy.
Okay.
Like, bro.
Why would he join Spurs, though?
Well, apparently he's out of favour for Xavi. He'll use us as a stepping stone. We all knew that. He'll come do 1 year, light it up and get a big move to a big club. £50 million on the Walsh Richarlison. Like, bro, that's £110 million on Brennan Johnson and Richarlison. Have you ever seen a worse football club in the transfer market? Let's be honest. Let's be 100% honest right now. Have you seen a worse football club in the transfer market?
We're not doing great.
Yeah, but in the under 10R, you've brought in Casemiro, who's won more than my entire football club. Right? You brought in Martinez, who starts for Tottenham and starts for most Premier League sides. You brought in Malacia, who I think is a good player. Mason Mount's a bit hit and miss. You brought in Højlund, who's going to be a good player. Anthony, I think he's dead food. And you're on the verge of getting Amrabat now as well. Our top 5 biggest signings we've ever signed, every single one of them has been a flop, Rants. Listen, 60 million for Ndombele, right? 60 million for Richarlison. 42 million for Davinson Sanchez. 50 million all in all for Lo Celso. And who is advising Daniel Levy in a transfer market? Because no one can say that this manager's not had the money. Apparently he approves of the signing of Brennan Johnson. What on earth is the point of the... We might as well fold the football club and everyone goes and supports another team. Because the heartache every single season. And you know for a fact, for a third round of the FA Cup, we'll probably get Man City away and get absolutely slapped. And it will be, there we go, and it will be, oh, but don't worry, we can compete for the Champions League. We've just been knocked out the FA, it's not even the FA Cup, is it? We've been knocked out the League Cup to Fulham. It's a joke. So now, I hate our fans, Rants.
The beauty of this is that last week you man were laughing at us.
Yeah. We got Robbie Williams now on a payroll. Have you seen it? I'm loving Big Ange instead. He's got more trophies than us as well. We've taken that and on his own.
Doesn't he support Newcastle though?
Well, I think he supports Port Vale.
I swear Robbie Williams is
Port Vale.
Newcastle.
He supports Port Vale.
Oh.
Well, listen, it's a joke. It's an absolute joke. The transfer window has been a 5. It's been awful. Let's be real. It's been awful. You know, Arsenal out there 2 years ago. This is a football club that finished below us. We were in the Champions League, and then we don't get Bastoni, we get Longley. Right? I had a massive. I was in one of those Twitter spaces. Right, it's the worst thing I've ever done in my life because it's just full of tapped idiots. Someone telling me how we're a bigger club than Chelsea. I was like, what are you watching? We're like the equivalent. If there was an NBA player, right, or an NBA team, we're like the Portland Trailblazers. And Harry Kane was Damian Lillard. Because we ain't ever going to be anything serious. Until Daniel Levy goes, it's the same cycle. And everyone buys in, including myself. We buy into the process. We're like a clock, right? New manager comes in. 1/4 past, I'm loving Big Ange instead. 1/2 past, we get knocked out the trophy. 1/4 to, manager gets sacked. On the hour, Levy out. Then he brings a new manager in. The same old, 360 days a year. On the circus, rinse, cycle, repeat. It's the same with Conte. Jose had us top of the league at Christmas. We then finished 7th. Club's an absolute disgrace. Honestly.
Oh, bro. But tell us how you really feel, Henry, bro.
No, I generally, I'm. This football club is just. Listen, it's no point, is there? There's no point out there. You know, you got flipping Aston Villa getting Zaniolo, Pau Torres, Diaby, Tillemans, right? And I guarantee you, Aston Villa win a trophy. Do you know what? This is how much we are in the mud, right? Real talk. I bet you Wrexham win the Premier League before we do.
Bro, we're 4 games into the season.
Yeah,
man.
and we're finished.
And you, man, season's done.
What's the point now? Oh, get in the top 4. Let's get in the Champions League. Let's get in the Champions League.
Hey, bro, before
get
the
in
Champions League draw, your season's already over.
Yeah. It's embarrassing.
It's hilarious. Bro.
And now you've got the football club, right, are trying to force out Eric Dyer. He will not sign a new contract to replace the one that expires this summer. We were told 3 months ago, Rants, his contract was going to be ripped up. He's not serious. How many football teams in the league does Dyer start for? Let's be real.
I don't know, bro.
He don't start for any apart from Luton. This club is. I honestly, like, what is the point of just? Oh man, it's just.